In this video, I will walk you through how to create a Joomla 2.5 template using a simple notepad and image editing software. To begin, you have to have a design, and this is a design that I um, downloaded off the web by a designer called Matthew James Taylor, and I chose this for simplicity's sake. It's obviously this is not going to win any awards, but it will demonstrate how to create templates. So to begin, you have to have obviously the layout, which we have here, and the source code is pretty straightforward. There's really nothing that stands out here. So what we're going to do first is we're going to create a folder structure and fill it with some files. So let's create a folder structure here. I will create a folder called CSS, another folder called images, and inside the CSS folder I will create a text file called index.html, and also another text file called style.css. And inside the images folder, we won't have any images right now, but we may have later on. And we also need a favorite icon, which you can get creative with, but I'm just using the basic Joomla favorite icon. And a file here called index.php, and another file called template details.xml. So this is pretty much the basic folder structure that we need. So our style sheet here, which I will open, will have a whole bunch of CSS formatting syntax, which we're not going to go over. It can be any style really. And also where did my folder go? There we go. And so this is really the basic layout of it. Let's start with this template details file, which we're going to have to put some XML in. So I'm going to copy this in first, and I'm going to explain it later. So we want to call our style name 3 column. Is for version 2.5.0, and it is May 02, 2013, and my URL here is digioz.com. Author's email support@digioz.com, and my URL here is digioz.com. Copyright 2013. Digioz Multimedia, and the Creative Commons license is fine. So here in this section here, the description is what shows up when you install the template. So there's two images that it's referencing, and one of them is this template thumbnail.png, which I already took a screenshot here, and I will file, save as, And I will call this template thumbnail. And there's another image here which is slightly bigger. This is what people see when they click on the thumbnail. And I will call this template preview.png. Okay, so we got our two images here now, which will take care of these guys here. And we have the favor icon, the index file, the CSS and images folder. So really all we're left with is the position. So I've got a menu, and we'll add another position here called left. And we'll make one called content and another one called right. And we can also have another one called footer. So this really is all you need to specify the zones that you're going to need for your template. So next here is right here. So next is this index.php, which is really the main code file, if you might, for our template. Okay, so inside of this index.php file, I'm going to copy and paste my main template, just like so. And I'm going to change a few things here. So at the very top, I'm going to add, right before the doc type declaration, I'm going to copy and paste some code here, and we'll call this that's the copyright 2013, and this is a security line just to make sure that no one can remote access this file. So, and this really is it for the top portion of it. And there's also a section that I will be adding to our HTML code here, right after the XML&S, which is the XML language. And this section, this echo statement here is a PHP code block, first of all, right here. And what this does is it writes out the language type that is set in Joomla. And we have this in a couple of different places, as you can see, and it's taken care of by this line code block. The next section is the header section, which I will put right here. And what this tag does is it writes out the header information for our style sheet. And everything else can really go, except for the favor icon and the style sheet. Now the style sheet, we have to add another code block in front of it, which we'll put right here before the CSS site.css. And what this is first of all is the base URL of your Joomla installation, followed by the templates directory. And here it echoes what the actual name of the template is, and followed by CSS site.css, which is our actual file. So that will take care of that. And let's see. Okay, good. So the next thing that we need is the regions. First, we're gonna do the menu region. So for the menu region, which is this section right here, I will copy and paste some code in. So here, it just checks for the menu region, and if there is a module specified for the menu region, then it writes out this section. That's pretty much what this block says right here. So our next section here is our right menu. So here is our main menu, our left menu, and our right menu. Okay, so what I will do is right here, I will put a code block again. And this is our right menu right here. And really, that's all you have to do, and we can take out the rest of it for now. So this is in charge of the rendering the right menu. Again, it counts to see if there's any modules in the right menu. And if it is, then it outputs it to the screen. So we can basically use the same exact code block here for our left menu, except we will call it left. And again, it's the same exact thing. All right, so next section over here is the main content. And again, this is our main component section. Now in this template, I had a content region which I'm going to delete because we are not going to need that. It's kind of assumed that there is a component region that you have to output things at. So, and that takes care of this guy here. I'm going to leave these this blank area just so that it looks a little bit more presentable. All right, so we've got the main component here, and well, let's put another section here and ID it as content. Okay, here we go. All right, so now we've got the main content, we've got the left and right columns, and all we need is a footer. So I'm going to put the footer tag right here for now. We may move it later on. Okay, and that's pretty much it. That should be all we need to do for this template. Okay, so now we will zip this whole directory up, and we will attempt to install this new template on our Joomla instance. So if you go to the Joomla 2.5 administrative section, and under extension manager, choose file, and upload and install. Okay, it looks like we've got an error message here, so let's take a look and see. It says here that there's no files in our images folder. So let's take a look and see if we can resolve that. Yeah, sure enough, there's no files here. So I'm just going to copy these two files here and paste them in here. And let's try zipping this up again. And see if that makes a difference. So let's return to the control panel here and go back to the extension manager. And open and install. Ah, there we go. And sure enough, our images, it looks like our problem was resolved and a template was installed. Now it looks like our image is pointing to the wrong location. So templates, let's double check that. Ah, it is. Okay, yeah. So it looks like I'm pointing to the wrong location for this. So let's go back here and, well, actually I have this open, I believe. All right, somewhere here. Yes, so we called ours and called it 3 column. Okay, so let's uninstall the extension and reinstall. Okay, I'm going to uninstall the old instance and I'm going to create another zip folder here. And come back here, extension manager, and install. Oops, forgot to select the zip file. There we go. Alright, so now we've got the image shown up correctly. So let's go under extensions theme manager. And here, I believe I called it 3 column. And so if we go under templates, my new template should be in here somewhere. And sure enough, it is. There it is, 3 column template, and with all the correct information here. So we're in good shape. So let's try to set this new theme as the default theme for the website and see what kind of disaster we get. So, and if I refresh the site, okay, so we got something here. but it looks like we've got some incorrect links. So first, it looks like our site.css file is cannot be found. So we got to look and see what caused that. So let's come over here first of all. Okay, so this is another typo, it looks like. We called it style.css, but here it says site.css. So let's correct that real quick. So here, let's change this to style.css. Okay, and again, the same drill. So delete. And unfortunately, we have to uninstall and reinstall the theme. So that means that we gotta set it default to a different theme first, and then select it and delete. Oh, okay. Select. Okay. Let's do that from the extension manager here. And uninstall the theme instead. Alright, so let's reinstall it again. Okay. And let's set it to the default once again. Here we are. All right, so it looks like we got everything here. This section, by the way, is a debugging section that you can turn on and off for debugging purposes. So this is not a part of our theme, but if you look here, it gives you pretty useful information like what the query was that was run, queries, lots of queries, and so forth and so on. So in case anyone's wondering. So yeah, I mean, it looks like we've got our menu here in the left menu. We have our main component, which is working fine. Now we don't have a menu on top yet, but we can fix that. So let's assign a module. Um, and we'll create assign one of our modules here to it. Main menu. Okay. All right, let's create a new menu. And I will call this top menu. Okay, so here, let's add a module to this menu type. And we will call it top menu. Select the position. So we call this simply menu. So, which is this guy right here. Notice it says 3-column. And top menu is fine. Yep, and that's really fine. The rest of it is fine. All right, so save and close. And let's go to this top menu and add a new item to it. And see here. We'll do an external URL and call this digias link, and the rest of it we can leave. Now the only other thing is we might have to change the style attributes, but for now we're just going to save this. And let's see if that brings our top menu. Ah, here we are. So there's our link at the top. Let's see what happens if we add another one. So let's add another link somewhere. And we'll do another external URL. And link to msn.com. Save and close. Let's see what happens to our theme here if I add another one. Ah, there we go. So it looks like we've got some styling issues here. Looks like it doesn't quite match what we had here. So if we look at the page source here, the top menu had a class of call1. So let's see if we can add that here somehow to the menu. And top menu, under options, page class call1. Let's see if that makes a difference here. It did not. Okay. So basically what's left here is to, well, let's try call left, call mid, call 1. Yeah, so the only thing that's left is to work on the navigation here, and we're pretty much done. And you can hide this, either change the style on them or hide them. But this will give you a pretty good idea of how to create a theme. I hope that you found this tutorial useful. Please subscribe and leave any comments or questions you may have. I would love to hear from you. And there will be a part 2, and hopefully I'll have some more tweaking on this for part 2. Thanks for watching.